My friends, today I'm here to talk about mentorship, but more specifically, unexpected mentorship, because that's how it always seemed to happen to me. It takes sometimes, in retrospect, many years to be like, wow, that person had such an impact on my life, or that person may have been a mentor. You know, mentors come in many flavors, different sizes. You have big ones, small ones, but they all have an impact. This time I'm here to talk about Grandma Strickland as a mentor. And this lady, I really never got to know this lady very too deeply. Here's the story. My very first opportunity to try to play with a band, rehearse with a band, start a band. I grew up in a town called Seabright, New Jersey, and a very small A-frame house I grew up in. No basement. There's nowhere in the town of Seabright that if you grew up there, you would be able to rehearse a band. There's just no room. The next town north of me is called Highlands, and that's like, Highlands and Seabright kids, it's a blue-collar town. They're both kind of poor towns. So we would kind of congregate together. And it was in Highlands that I found my first opportunity to play in a band, rehearse with a band, and I owe it all to Grandma Strickland. Let me explain who Grandma Strickland was. Within my group of friends, we were hung out. Basically it was a group of metalheads. There was a pair of sisters, and their grandmother, for some reason that I'm never going to be able to understand, would let us rehearse in her basement. There was a drum set in the basement, and we would come with guitars and amps and stuff and set up and start, jamming, rehearsing. Grandma Strickland would sit upstairs in the kitchen, chain smoking Marlboro 100s, and I guess just kind of being on the phone. This is pre-cell phone days, and listening to us rehearse. And, in retrospect, now I realize it was basically a babysitting gig, because you have to realize that we're 14, 13, 15 at this time, right? We're not this lady's children. She has no obligation to let us do this. So over time, maybe 9 months we were there, even maybe a little longer, a year, it got to the point where we could just let ourselves in. And even if Grandma Strickland wasn't there, we could let ourselves in and go and rehearse. What that gave to me was a safe space to be, because we could, do our little thing in there, hang out, maybe smoke a little weed out back, whatever. Grandma Strickland didn't know about that. Maybe take a sip of a beer or two. But it allowed us to get that feel of, hey, this is what it's like to start a band, and you get a space and you rehearse. It was in that basement and in that setting that I got that feeling. You realize, okay, this is how you do this. This is what I have to do. And moving forward from here, it was a stepping stone and a building block, to say the least. If it wasn't for that opportunity, who knows if I would have kept playing music. Because it was in that basement that I learned about the band thing, man. Grandma Strickland, if you are still with us, God bless you. If not, still God bless you. And thank you. Mentors, you never know where they're going to pop up, man. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. That's my story. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. It's Dub. You!